Every day is kind of the same. I wake up, I have my coffee, I watch some news, and I play some video games, and then I just play video games for the rest of the day. And when I was a kid, that's what I wanted to do. Most people, they have jobs and they go to work, not because they want to, but because they have to. But then they also don't realize that even though they might think having to go to work sucks and they wish they could stay at home, well, what happens is when you get to stay at home every day and not have to go to work is you end up feeling like me, really, really miserable. I just can't help but feel really, really bored and kind of depressed these days. And now, compared to then, even though I've got money now, it seems like a great thing. In a way, it's also like a self-imposed, self-created prison. There's not really anything that interests me. You could suggest all kinds of things. You could say, why don't you try fishing? Why don't you try an art class? Why don't you try pottery? Why don't you take up ballet? And the problem is, none of those things sound interesting to me. I can't think of a single thing that actually interests me outside of video games.
Like a self-imposed, self-created prison.
Video games are all good and well and everything, but it's not really a productive thing. It's not something you put work into and create something meaningful. I mean, you could put work into your character and level up and get new gear and get level 50 logging skill and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's just a video game and it doesn't really make me feel fulfilled. I can get to max level on a video game, become really powerful, and it still feels kind of empty at the end of the day. As I got older, I just kind of lost any willpower to do anything difficult or challenging. And it kind of sucks because I don't feel proud of anything now. I don't feel like I'm developing any kind of skill or I'm not creating anything cool, and I just think it would be really nice if I could find something I actually felt passionate towards. And I guess having a girlfriend is not really going to make things a lot better anyway, because I had a girlfriend last year and to be honest, I still felt miserable and sad and bored as well last year. I didn't know what to do, I didn't have anything I felt passionate towards, I just spent all day playing games. And watching PORN, and yeah, that's probably why she dumped me, because I was just miserable and boring and depressed all the time and not really fun to be around.
I get emails from younger guys asking these kinds of questions. They tell me they want to quit video games. They tell me that it just doesn't make them happy the way they used to. Like when they were 11 years old, all they wanted to do was drop out of school, stay at home, sit on that couch, and watch Sonic the Hedgehog bounce onto his enemies again and again, play Mario, Super Mario, Mario 64 again and again and again. And now they feel like they've gotten out in the real world, they're an adult, and it's somehow hollow, it's somehow meaningless, it somehow just doesn't make them happy the way they used to. No, man. The problem is the controller you're using. Okay, so dude, I've seen some of your videos on this. I see you're using like the Nintendo Switch with that crappy control. No, man. You've got to invest in like a better quality controller, like the Hori Commander 4 here. It's excellent. And then go back and play those same video games that made you happy when you were 11 years old. And I promise you, man, it'll clear right up. All this stuff you're saying about like not having enough meaning in your life, not having a sense of purpose, not having a sense of motivation, you'd really be surprised, man. I think it's the tactility of the buttons and like the responsiveness of the D-pad. That is probably what's getting you down. Anytime you question video games this way, think it's not going to make you happy, like keep in mind, fundamentally as human beings, we're products of evolution. We came out of the jungle. So it makes sense that sitting in front of the TV and watching Sonic the Hedgehog bounce on his enemies again and again, trying to get a higher score and a faster time in Super Mario Brothers, that is what is going to make you happy. Not just when you're 11 years old, when you're 31 years old, like Daniel, when you're 61, it's not going to change, right? Like think back to when you were maybe 13 years old, maybe 11 years old, and you thought like the thing that would make you happiest of all would be to have completely meaningless, non-committal sex with a stranger. You have no relationship, you have nothing, you don't even talk to her after that. You just think, oh, if only I could get into bed with this woman and then get out of bed and never talk. That's what you thought would make you happy. Well, it's still true, right? Doesn't matter. You're 31, 40, it never changes. You never move past that. You never get dissatisfied with that, right? And if it's not working for you, right? Again, maybe you got to spend like $200 on a higher quality full-size arcade stick. You know what I'm saying? And some of you are going to say you could get something cheaper on eBay, but no, once you switch out the parts, Sanwa, Seimitsu, new circuit board, dude, it's going to be over $200. Okay?
Saying that is like saying to a fat person, why don't you just go to the gym? It's like saying to an alcoholic, why don't you just stop drinking? Even if I know what I'm supposed to do, I don't really want to do it. And I think most people